It's definitely them. There are literally zebra out there.
Our names are Mike and Heather. We're traveling the US in our van Appa on a mission to visit all 50 states. Subscribe and join us as we try to figure out this whole van life thing. As always, thanks for watching. Good morning from Morro Bay, California.
After our quick side quest over to the national parks in California, we saw Yosemite and Sequoia and Kings Canyon. We have returned to the California coast where we are continuing up the Pacific Coast Highway. We are so excited to be back on the coast in slightly cooler weather. You can see we have long sleeves on, which is a huge relief after triple-digit days over inland a little bit.
The objective today is to drive Big Sur, which is a very famous, beautiful road along California's coast. We downloaded the GyPSy guide. Essentially what it is a GPS navigation system, so it's like having a little tour guide sit with you. Funny enough, the first stopping point on the GyPSy guide today of where we're gonna pick it up is fogs and sweatshirts. So let's hear what they have to say and get driving along the coast.
My advice is that you dress in layers, or at least have a sweatshirt handy. Summer is Big Sur's peak season, but there's one distinctive weather characteristic during this time: the fog.
It's interesting to learn about the fog being part of the climate here in California, because Mike and I were commenting on it as we were leaving our boondocking site this morning, where it was blue skies. The further and further we got to the coast, the fog rolled in and it looked like we were within the clouds driving here. So it is a really cool, eerie feeling here today. We have just heard the craziest bullet point along the GyPSy guide that I've ever heard in all of our times of using this. Apparently, there is a wild herd of zebras in California. Like, how is that a thing?
Not them, is it?
Where? Stop. Was it them?
I don't know. I think it could have been. Like, I legitimately think it could have been. So, hang on. We're gonna turn around.
Okay.
And we're gonna try and see it. It's in a dip, okay?
Okay.
I need all these cars to go by because I gotta do a U-turn and we're going to backtrack a little bit. Are they cows? They could just be cows.
I don't know. They almost look like it, but I can't tell. Basically, there was this media Mongol, Hearst, who built himself a castle not too far away from here, and he had his own private zoo. Is it?
It's them. It's definitely them. There are literally zebra out there.
Oh my gosh! I couldn't tell from the road, but yeah, those are definitely zebra. And some cows, but that is a pack of zebra.
Not only did we get to hear one of the craziest things, we actually saw the zebra.
Yeah, it was just so like perfect timing, and they're wild. So it's no guarantee that they're gonna be alongside the mountain. They just kind of roam this area. So we were very fortunate to be able to see that, and my mind is absolutely blown that we were that lucky and that there's even zebra in America, let alone that close to us outside of a zoo, like a wild pack of zebra.
That's just so cool that there are wild zebra, a pack of wild zebra. Oh man, I can't stop smiling. I think that was just so much fun.
What? They're even closer.
Wow.
Just a little bit up the road from where we saw our first pack of wild zebra, we are now at the visitor center, where if you look off into the distance, you can see another pack of the zebra. So the visitor center is free to do. There is a little museum, and they said also a movie and a viewing center, and Mike is trying to go down one way the wrong way.
Nope, we can go over here.
Okay, so we're gonna go check that out, and you can actually see the castle off into the distance. It is $30 a person to be able to take a tour of the castle, and we didn't book ahead, and it is a very popular thing to do. So I don't think we're gonna be able to go on a tour of the castle here today, but I would argue we already saw the best part of the castle and Hearst's legacy, which is the wild pack of zebra in California. You can see the castle off in the very far distance from the back patio, but I don't even think a zoom lens could have really gotten much closer. You can get a glimpse of it, but they definitely want you to pay to go up to see the full grandeur of it, but still a very cool stop.
Even just checking that out was cool. They had artifacts and things like that. If you're a better planner than us and are able to book tickets for the time you would be here, that might be something really cool if you're interested. But for us, I think we're excited to keep heading down Highway 1 and see what else there is to see.
What's the strangest animal you've ever seen? On the California coast, the winner might be the elephant seal.
This elephant seal stop is actually one that we stopped at a couple of days ago before we knew we were on the Highway 1 Big Sur scenic road area. So we're gonna go check them out now and see what we can see. There's definitely a lot more people here than there was the other day, but I think that's probably a good sign that we're gonna see some more elephant seals. The elephant seals were certainly a lot more active today. Now we are continuing down the Pacific Coast Highway north to see more. I don't even know what else to expect. I feel like we're on a safari today and it's very exciting. We are coming up to the twisty turny section of this road that the Pacific Coast Highway is known for. It's a little bit foggy, but there's patches of blue. So we'll get some fog and then we'll get some clear views, and it's a really neat effect. So even with the fog, it's really cool to see both the foggy, moody side of the coast as well as that bright blue sun, because it's literally in patches. Like right now it's a really foggy area, but if you look to the right, there's the blue sky.
Wow. Oh, and they're just like that.
That's what I'm talking about. It's literally a line. So this side is fog, this side clear blue skies. Look, it's almost completely cleared up right here.
Yeah, it's funny because there's not a cloud in the sky above us, but we're driving through the clouds or through that fog that's hanging over the ocean.
If I close my eyes and think about us, I can see the person I know I should be. 'Cause honestly, I don't have no time to waste. I'm trying to come back to you because now I see we were meant to be.
Did you know that you can find jade stones washing up on the beach in Big Sur? Really? Cool. Yes, really.
Cool.
All right, so we are here at Sand Dollar Beach, or at least kind of in a parking area for Sand Dollar Beach. We are going to walk down to the beach off of the Pacific Coast Highway to look for jade, which I guess sometimes washes up onto the shore, so fingers crossed we find some.
We actually parked on the road right before the park because the park is $10 to park and the road is free, so saving money where we can. Let the jade searching begin.
We have been looking for dark green rocks here on the beach, and on the Gypsy guide it said that jade is harder than metal, so you can scratch it, and if it scratches it means it's not jade, it's a different type of rock that looks like it. So we're going to try it on all of these ones that we found and see if any of them are jade. Okay, so that, see how it scratches, means it's not jade. So that is not jade. Neither is that one. So on and so forth. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Oh, that's a big
Definitely not. And probably nope. No. Ah! No luck. Back to the beach.
We made it back to the van up kind of a steeper hike than I remember going down, but we are back and we think we found jade. We tried a couple times while we were down there and found rocks that looked like it but crumbled with our fingers, or when we scratched it, did, when you ran your finger over it, leave a indentation. But we found a couple that when we were doing it with the keys, it left a little bit of a metal mark, which the guide said that if it does, then that's probably means that you have jade, because jade is stronger than metal. It's almost as strong as diamond, so really the only thing that can scratch it is diamond tipped.
Or that's at least what people use to work it.
Yeah, diamond tipped tools is what is usually used to work with it. So when you rub metal on it, it should wear down the metal. And when I'm doing it with a penny, I think that's what it's doing. It's like leaving a metallic look on it. I have to be like a beauty person right now. Okay, so it's like leaving a metal shine on it from the penny, and then if you look at the penny, it's actually rubbing off. How do they do this?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know if you can actually see it because I can't get this focus, but the metal is coming off of the penny right there. So I'm gonna say we found jade. If one of you are a geologist or know what jade looks like because you've come down and found some yourself, tell us these are jade, please. If not, you can tell us that too, but we'll probably be really sad about it because I was feeling pretty good about collecting jade. We're allowed to take what you can carry only, so we took what we think are 5 rocks worth of jade. I'm gonna call this a win in our book until one of you tells us otherwise. We also don't have any Wi-Fi to actually look up what the jade looks like because there's been no Wi-Fi on this entire Big Sur ride, so we'll have to do that when we finally do get service and hope that these are jade.
I ain't got no things, no money, no means, just a wind in the wings. Yes, sir. I got my feet on a cloud and I won't come down.
The fog is definitely clearing up now. We are seeing more and more blue skies and able to see more and more of the ocean to our left as well. We are more than halfway done with our drive, actually at the beach where we were looking for jade. That was right before the halfway point, so halfway to Monterey.
I got my feet on a cloud and I won't come down. I saw the eyes of the maker, heard a rushing sound, caught up in the wheel going round and round, spun like gold from the shining ground. I got my feet on a cloud and
We are here at McWay Falls, which you may recognize from some of the pictures on the internet. It's definitely one of the must-do stops here on the Big Sur part of the Pacific Coast Highway. It is absolutely an amazing view from up here.
When a condor is flying overhead, you may be able to see the bald head.
We pulled off the road at Nepenthe, which is a kind of famous restaurant on Big Sur Highway. There's also Cafe Kiva, which has like a little bit more access because since this is so popular, you have to wait a little bit to get dinner reservations. So we thought we would grab a snack or something from Cafe Kiva and enjoy the terrace. Not really the case because it's closed.
One of the main highlights here is the view that you get from the terrace, whether you're at the restaurant or in the cafe. Thankfully, the entire highway up here has been a wonderful view, so I don't think what we're missing very much besides good food.
There's a little bit of a wait and we have a few more things we want to see on the road before the sun sets, so we're going to continue on. All right, onward and forward and all that. Jinx.
So even though the restaurant was a fail, we made a quick little stop at the Big Sur Deli and picked up some tamales and empanadas. So we're gonna enjoy those as we keep continuing down Highway 1. There's a really cool beach coming up that has purple sand. So I don't know if these are gonna last before we get there because we're both a little bit hungry now, but that's our next destination.
We're headed to Pfeiffer Beach and I think we're not too far from it. So it's one of those times where a small van is definitely gonna come in handy because I think it's a twisty 1-lane road down. And our guide said RVs probably wouldn't be able to make it. Good?
You're good, you're good.
different color. This is all purple. If you look, like right through here, look how purple this is.
That without my love for the ocean, I would be no one. No You're holding my mind in a tight grip.
As the sun is setting, the fog has just been creeping back. So now it's this really eerie vibe once more. Gone are the blue skies, and here is the fog. And I think it's here to stay, but now it looks like we're just driving into an abyss.
The sunset is probably still another, I guess, 10 or so minutes away. So it's not like it should be super light out, but it feels like a storm, even though you know the skies are clear above it.
It's like a switch flipped again. The fog is gone, and now we have clear skies above us and to the left of us, but straight ahead we can see another fog cloud that we're gonna be driving through, so.
Yeah, just over the ocean there's a wall of fog that seems to be just waiting to get pushed in the way that it was back there, but it really is so stark, the difference between clear skies and blue skies above, and just over the water, this just massive fog.
We should take a walk, then a swim in the sea. That will mean everything, yeah, everything to me. Can we get out of this one?
And we're back to doom and gloom again. It's like driving through patches, so we'll get a nice patch. Uh-oh. That means that Bixby Bridge is coming up, and hopefully it's in a nice patch.
A tunnel of feelings, and just like we got through everything else. But I see you, honey, this is in no way.
Bixby Bridge is probably the most famous, iconic spot here on the Big Sur Drive. You're supposed to have sweeping views and be able to see the beautiful bridge and like the sunlight with the ocean waves crashing, and I think we're gonna have to use our imagination for that. The view was honestly a lot better than I thought it was going to be with the cloud coverage. I'm glad that we got to see the ocean and the big jutting rocks.
This was one of the things that we were excited to see because it is so iconic when it comes to this part of the road, this Big Sur stretch. So to get it kind of before night fell, which is kind of where we're in now, we're a little bit past sunset, I'm really happy that we're able to get the views that we did and to see it in such a cool way.
We have less than 20 minutes of driving time before we reach the end of my tour.
We will find our way back together. But right now, there's stormy weather.
It is the next day and we are traveling up Highway 1, but it is no longer the beautiful cliff faces to our left.
We finished the Pacific Coast Highway last night as it was getting dark, and we then ended up having to look around a little bit for a spot to stay overnight.
We had a lot of fun on the Big Sur portion of Highway 1, especially collecting jade. Now that we did have cell service this morning, we actually looked it up what it looked like, and to be honest, we're still not sure if we have it. We're assuming we don't, but online it wasn't very specific as to what the rocks actually look like. There's a bunch of different ones, so if you know, let us know. I think we're leaning towards probably not.
Yeah, we did have a lot of fun looking and collecting the rocks that we did get, and I'm sure we'll keep some of them. Whether or not they are jade, we're leaning towards thinking our rock identification skills
are lacking.
We're lacking in the jade department.
It just means that we'll have to go back and search once again. I think that's a drive you can do over and over again in your lifetime, so I'm very excited to eventually go back and search for some more jade.
Yeah, we had a really good time driving Big Sur. There were some amazing sights all along the way. Maybe the next time we do it, we'll drive north to south so we get that outside lane of the highway to see things a little bit more closely.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about the way that we did do it because I didn't like driving really close to the cliff edges, so having that one lane lane buffer was a little bit more comfortable for me, but I think the preferred method is to go north to south so that way you're all along the coast. I will say there was a lot more traffic going that way, so we were going the opposite way and didn't really have that many cars in front of us or behind us, so that was a plus. The zebras were pretty awesome, and I'm excited to see what lies ahead of us now as we continue up Highway 1 heading towards the Redwood Forest. So today is going to be mostly a driving day as we head up that way. We are going to pass through Santa Cruz and San Francisco, maybe stop for a little bit, but today is going to be a driving day. So we'll leave you here and we'll see you in the next one.